My name is Martin and I'm a backend engineer with 5 years of experience. I'm currently working on companies from the UK to the USA, and I also have a YouTube channel called Beta Tech in which you can learn technology and programming. I think that the principal problem in the recruitment process in most companies is that they don't test what you actually will be doing in your daily job. They mostly test algorithmics and data structures, but for example, you may be like a site reliability engineer, or you may be like a backend engineer, and you will spend most of your time doing Node.js development or backend development. So it's a flaw, and I think that companies need to actually start testing what you will be actually working on. One of the worst things that happened to me in a job interview was that actually I had to solve two algorithmic problems. I had 30 minutes to solve them, but the first was supposed to take a lot less time than the second one. So even I finished the two assignments in time, since I spent more time in the first and then I had less time in the second, the recruiter actually said to me hey, we want this problem to be solvable in under 5 minutes, which was crazy. So I didn't get to proceed to the next interviews because I spent a lot more time than the interview expected in the first one. Basically because I tried to communicate and I tried to add comments and I tried to make sure that the problem was self-contained and tried to explain to him what was happening there. But trying to explain all that was actually a flaw in that process. It was kind of bothersome because I kind of disagree with that way of judging, because I think that being able to communicate is really important in our job. I think that the tip that I repeat the most across all of my experience or talking with recruiters is that it's really important for you to be able to demonstrate that you really like programming or that you like your career. If you're able to say that, for example, you have a side business or that you built a side project, or that you're learning on your own, that you have this capability of learning new skills because you love learning new skills, I think that's one of the things that companies search more for. So it's really important for you to be able to demonstrate in some way, for example, I wrote some article, or I participated in this project, or I just learned how to use this programming language because A or because B. It's a really good way to be able to progress across the different recruitment pipelines. I think that good technical tests should actually test the skills that you will be applying for. So for example, if you're a front-end engineer, you can test your knowledge of React or your knowledge of Angular. If you are a backend engineer, you can actually test how do you write APIs, how do you structure your code. And I think that it's actually important to take special care about the fine details or the soft skills. For example, how do you comment your code? How clear is your code? And how do you organize the units of job? How do you do the commits? So how do you maintain a clean commit history? So these kind of skills that are not actually trained for, we are not trained to be clean when we do commits, give really good information about the candidates. I think that basically a good test should provide information about how good is technically, how good is the candidate, does he know what he says he knows, and second, as I said earlier, the soft skills, how clean is he, how does he communicate, does he program thinking about that other people might be reading its code. So the technical capabilities, how organized he is, does he split the code in smart ways, and the soft skills, will this code be able to pass peer review in a company, will be useful for its colleagues, etc. I think that Rviewer is actually trying to change a lot of the flaws that the system has. I mean, at least the software engineering or programming pipelines for recruitment. In the part of the technical test, they are mostly flawed. There are a lot of companies that don't have the capabilities or the time to be able to test candidates fairly. There are also other companies that try to make a really hard technical test, or they try to test things that you will not actually be working on, basically because that's what Google does, but hey, not everyone is Google. So I think that Rviewer could be really a great project to be able to try to democratize a little bit this per se really flawed environment.